Hello everybody, this is Laura from Prague. Today I am coming with a video about fragrance. More precisely, winter fragrance or end of winter fragrance for women over 50. These perfumes that I'm going to show are featuring in a seminar that I had for the perfume appreciation group that I run here in Prague, and I thought that maybe other people would appreciate as well a nice fragrance to get our spirits up at the end of winter. We are going through pretty gloomy times from all kinds of perspectives, and I have decided to own not only the nature of the fragrances but also the maybe fragrances that some people might find old-fashioned. So I am here fully old-fashioned with an old-fashioned Art Deco brooch from Prague, old-fashioned coffee mug, and Art Deco tea mug. So before I start, just get yourself comfortable, grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab a snack, and let's start. For the generation 5, as I said, so women whose age starts with 50, you will, I think, know a lot of these fragrances. Some of them are a little bit later, but still have that spirit of elegance and of nice, soft notes. One of which is almond, and the queen of all almond fragrances is, of course, Hypnotic Poison. This is a newer flacon. It was launched in 1998 in a 20 ml bottle with 100 milliliter refill. This is the original bottle from the winter, December 1998, and I'm telling you, it still smells just as nice now as it did then, and it's actually much better. This is like I don't know, I love it. I still love it. I will always have a bottle. It's not as strong as the 1998 one, but we can't find the 1998 one anymore, so let's leave it at that. This was a bad girl fragrance at the time because it's very, very sexy. It's got jasmine, sambac, it's got sandalwood, and it's just amazingly sexy. And actually, it was the note of bitter almond. And bitter almond is associated with a curara fragrance, curara poison. So basically, this is why it was hypnotic, but it was still a poison, the poison of curara, the bitter almond. It's an amazing fragrance. I wouldn't recommend it for work, but for your free time, or if you go to a party, just for yourself, I think it is a great fragrance. Another one that is good for all occasions. This is the one that I reach for when I don't have a particular fragrance in mind, but I just want to smell nice. And this is Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. This is, thank God, a modern view on Shalimar. I never got along well with the original Shalimar, which is heavy for me. But this one is amazing. It is a vanilla fragrance. It's got bergamot. It's got this first notes that are absolutely uplifting, and then it settles into a very nice, comforting base. You will be asked, oh, what is it? What is it that you're smelling like? This is absolutely amazing. So Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. This is a new bottle. I got the first one. It was released in 2014, I believe, and it was a creation of Thierry Vasser, who was at that time the main perfumer of the House of Guerlain. Also from the House of Guerlain comes, I believe, the winner. This one, the Shalimar Souffle de Parfum, and the next one were the winners of the poll that I ran in the perfume appreciation group, which consisted of two ladies of my age, and the rest were millennials and even Gen Z. So that the next one, I believe some of you may have worn it already. It's called L'Instant Magique. It's also from Guerlain. This is the newer bottle. When it came out in the early 2000s, it was in this bottle. Maybe some of you remember this. It's again a vanilla almond fragrance, and it's unbelievably nice. It's a cold vanilla. It's not warm at all. It just reminds me of snowy roads, coming back from the opera in the night, with the snow falling. It's a lovely, lovely poetic fragrance. I strongly recommend it. So, yeah, once again, L'Instant Magique de Guerlain. A friend of mine who really fell in love with this fragrance uses Chanel Eau Tendre as a rule. So you might be one of those who likes Chanel Eau Tendre. Try this one. You will certainly like it. Okay. Now, since many of us go to work, I'm going to come with two classic recommendations for work. Now, if Guerlain, the Shalimar and L'Instant Magique is a brand for, just feeling pampered, feeling spoiled, feeling womanly and all that jazz. If you want to get down to business and actually go to work and make an impression, there is no other brand like Chanel to do that. And for that, I have the classic ones, of course, the number 5, Chanel number 5. This is the Eau de Parfum. I have Chanel number 5 in as an Eau de Parfum and also as an extrait. It's very aldehydic, but this is a fragrance that really commands respect. It's not going to be necessarily sexy at a date. I wouldn't recommend it for a date. Even if you go with your husband for an evening somewhere, maybe. If you go to a company party, whether either at the company you work or at the company your husband works and you want to make an impression, I strongly recommend it. If you find Chanel number 5 a little bit too old-fashioned, then I recommend Coco Noir. I've never been a big fan of Coco Mademoiselle. I know it's a lot of women absolutely love it. I don't. But Coco Noir is, I think it has some Coco Mademoiselle, but it does have something a little bit darker, a little bit more professional. Bad Lady Boss vibe. Bad Lady Boss vibe. I strongly recommend it. Now we're going to move to the party area. I don't know how it is where you are. Just leave a comment where you're from and whether these fragrances would go with the weather and with the vibe of the place. But here in Prague, January, February, this is the time where we have balls. We have a lot of festivals, concerts, opera, theater, and people love going out in the evening. And for that, they like something a little bit more festive. I'm going to smell a little bit of coffee. Oh, lovely coffee. To prepare myself for the next, I have a very old and a very new fragrance, perfect for the theater, for the opera, for a ball. One of them is from Hermès. It's called 24 Faubourg. 24 Faubourg, it means Faubourg Street, number 24. This is actually the address of the Hermès company. This was launched, I believe, in the 70s. It's a 70s fragrance. As you can see, I haven't used too much of it because it is a very, flowery fragrance. It's absolutely amazing, and it was one of the one of the favorites of Princess Diana. Yeah, she wore many fragrances, but this was one of them. So, you know, if you meet Prince Harry, you know what to wear. A much newer fragrance that came out in the time of the pandemic is L'Interdit de Givenchy. This is the intense one, the dark one. And I bought it at the time based on notes alone because I had COVID and I had no sense of smell whatsoever. But I liked the notes and I bought it, and I have to say I like it occasionally. It is a dark grape fragrance. If there is such a thing, this is it. If you like the smell of really, really dark grapes, rich and juicy, and it's got some blackcurrant and some woody notes. It is a heavy fragrance. It's very artistic. It's very imposing. Just be careful when you apply it because it's very, very, it's very, very strong. And, you know, just in case you offend people, this is the kind of fragrance that might offend people. But if applied too heavily. But if you apply it with a light hand, this is absolutely amazing. It is sweet, and it was the favorite of our Gen Z group members. L'Interdit de Givenchy Intense. And now at the end, we are going to go with a very heavy boozy vanilla. This is one of my favorites, and these are niche fragrances, or considered niche fragrances. One of them is Orchidée Vanille. So orchid and vanilla, as you can see, it's been used heavily. This is from a company called Van Cleef & Arpels. Van Cleef & Arpels, it is I believe it's Belgian, Swiss, I think it's a Belgian company. They are actually famous for jewelry, not so much for fragrance. But everything they have is very, very good quality, and people will always be asking what you're wearing. Orchidée Vanille is a very heavy, warm, boozy vanilla fragrance that will remain with you. And if you would like a niche fragrance but not spend exactly niche money on it, this is on me at least. It's a very good dupe of Givenchy niche series called Angélique Noire. Angélique Noire, which is also a very boozy vanilla with a green note at the beginning. The green note disappears and all you're left with is kind of the boozy vanilla. This is absolutely the same, if not better. Yeah, the orchid, I don't know how an orchid is actually supposed to smell like. Everybody imagines things like something more exotic, but a flowery kind of exotic flowery smell. All I can smell here is boozy vanilla and some wooden notes. It comes in this great, amazing box, which is it's great for safekeeping because fragrances tend to degrade over time if you don't store them in a cold, dark place. And now the last one, and the most niche one. Look at this. This is from Guerlain. This is called Rose Barbare. You can see it here, Rose Barbare. This is from their collection called L'Art et la Matière. And this is a rose, a dark, they call it the barbaric rose. It is a barbaric rose. It is a not a very sweet rose. I'm not a big rose fan. I do have some rose favorites. The one I love the most, but unfortunately is discontinued, was the lovely Midnight Poison from Dior. that appeared. Actually, they came out after Hypnotic. Actually, after Hypnotic came Pure Poison, the white one that is still they still sell that, and then in 2006 came Midnight Poison. The face of it was evergreen. It came right after Casino Royale, but this one is rose, red berries, sandalwood, and just something a little bit wild, something like wild roses from the bush. It is a very tiny bit earthy, but it is in its way an exuberant fragrance, and it's a very, very refined fragrance and absolutely unique. I strongly recommend it. Since Guerlain has been bought by LVMH, they have actually redone the flacon, and the prices have gone through the roof for this one. Not that it wasn't expensive before; it was definitely. Yeah, Rose Barbare. Try it if you have a Guerlain. Oops, like this maybe. If you have a Institut de Beauté Guerlain in your city. If not, it's difficult to find, and they have been very good at guarding these so they don't end up in the internet fragrance shops. Yeah, so this was these were the fragrances. I'm going to recap them because we've been talking for a while. I'm just gonna do a quick recap so you know where to look for, what to look for. So we started, I believe, with Hypnotic Poison, yeah, from Dior, Hypnotic Poison. Then we moved on to Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. Then we went to Guerlain L'Instant Magique. Then we went to Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum, Chanel Coco Noir Eau de Parfum, Hermès 24 Faubourg, Hermès 24 Faubourg, Givenchy l'Interdit Noir, l'Interdit Intense. Okay. Last two. Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidée Vanille. And Guerlain Rose Barbare. So this was my collection of end of winter fragrances. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Let me know what fragrances you like. I will come with an early spring collection in a couple of weeks. And I wish everybody a great day and see you all in the next video. Bye now.